Erst die Rinder, dann die Kinder. That's actually the way it happened. It means that first they made forced vaccination with cattle, and now we had vaccination against the children. This I couldn't stand, either for cattle or for us humans. My name is Urs Hans. I am a farmer in Switzerland on the countryside of Canton Zurich, and step by step we build up the system without any pesticide. And now during the summertime all the cattle is up on the mountain grazing up there, very good food quality, and here we look for the food for the winter. Yes. It started actually everything on the Alp. We experienced vaccination against illness on the cattle, and there we had big losses. A third of the calves died after vaccination, and then we had long-term problems, and the government didn't support us. Zero, nothing, because they knew that there's a connection between vaccination, and they deny it till these days. Then when Corona showed up, I was member in Parliament of Zurich. So, of course, from the first second, I realized, hey, that's the same program, the same fear campaign, the same narratives in order that people get vaccinated. The whole program of WHO is corruption, but the worst now is One Health. That's a big danger for us, for everybody. And with this One Health, actually the approach, they're just proposing to vaccinate the food chain, and all the stuff which is in vaccination will end up in milk and meat, and nobody bothers about. They want to destroy the natural production of the farmers, and that's why I'm so active fighting for our rights. What they're doing, they're poisoning the fountain of life everywhere. That was one of the worst things if you did poison a fountain. You change your DNA and they make big profit. Why is it possible to make profit in producing death? It's like war. But this the population must realize, otherwise at a certain time it will be too late. To WHO, they are playing piano behind the scenes. They're all in the secure haven of Switzerland. Somehow we have to throw them out. We need help, and like when Kennedy did talk in Switzerland, that gives you then hope. Then you see, of course, you're not alone. And the speech itself is just great.
We understand that there are a lot worse things to fear than death. And atop among those is a lifetime of slavery and servitude to Bill Gates and to the Silicon Valley robber baron and to the big bankers who are trying to take away all of our rights and turn us into slaves. Today, the rest of the world is looking to Switzerland. This is the front line, and we are counting on the people of Switzerland, the last place where we can have true democracy in Europe, to stand up and say no to these tyrants. Our duty as citizens, as human beings, as members of a democracy, is to resist, resist, resist.
My luck is that I'm working on a farm. I see the animals, I see the crops growing, and then you see the values you have to fight for, and that gives you energy. I think that's the most important. And being up on the mountain and seeing all Western Switzerland, a Lake of Geneva, that makes me happy, of course, and that gives me energy again. Yeah.